Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful Tom Seymour Field here at McQuaid Jesuit High School. We have a lovely feast of rugby on our hands today. Your McQuaid Jesuit Rugby Knights will be taking on the Syracuse City Silverbacks. McQuaid Jesuit is coached by Mr. Mike Hodgins and yours truly, Nick Brownbaugh. Syracuse City is coached by Peter Clark and Dave Bunyan. Our match official on the day is Mr. Matthew Lake of the New York State Rugby Referee Society. We are looking forward to this one.
Yeah, looking forward to our initial live stream broadcast of high school rugby. It should be a lot of fun. And Nick, we appreciate you being here calling the game for us.
Hey, it's my pleasure, man. It's my pleasure. Mother Nature must be a Game of Thrones fan, because I tell you what,
Yeah.
the long night has come to an end, and it seems like winter is no longer here.
Yeah, everybody's been waiting for this nice weather, and it is just an absolutely perfect day here in Brighton at McQuaid Jesuit High School. About 60, 65 degrees, clear skies, and we see that sun for the first time.
It's well-deserved. We've been waiting an awfully long time, that's for sure. So it looks like Mr. Lake's going to be getting the match started here momentarily. Besides taking the field, McQuaid's gone ahead and done its classic cheer, the old smash mouth, for any of you alumni out there watching today. And we're really looking forward to this one.
I want to thank everybody watching on the Varsity Media Sports Network. We hope you enjoy today's coverage of this fun match between Syracuse City and McQuaid.
And both sides are set to get the game started here. The first 15s are out, kitted up and ready to go. And they look ready. They absolutely look ready. McQuaid will look for a good strong start after a rough go on Wednesday evening against Fairport and an unfortunate loss, but their boys are ready to get back into the swing of things and get a W today. So hopefully that is the case. We'll see.
That's always big after a tough match to get back out there. I'm sure these guys are ready to go.
Mr. Lake is blowing the whistle, and kickoff has got us underway here. The ball is picked up by McQuaid number 8, Timmy Fournier, takes a strong carry into the line. Syracuse makes a sure tackle, a strong position, and there go the McQuaid forwards, starting off with a big hit up at the line. Syracuse again playing some solid defense, keeping the boys back. And it looks like McQuaid's going to look to go wide with it. They got some space out there, moving the ball through the hands. Bendano, number 23 on the wing with the carry. Oh, but that's a knock forward. The referee will let play maintain as Syracuse has a playable advantage. They've secured possession and they're able to take an opportunity to attack. And the Syracuse forwards are going to get a nice start off to the match here as well, taking a couple of hit-ups at the line, getting organized. Ball coming off through the line at the base of the ruck. McQuaid looks like he's ready to play some stout defense today. There's the infraction, so Syracuse was unable to gain the advantage on that knock-on by McQuaid, and Mr. Lake will bring them back for a scrum at about the 45-yard line, the 45-meter line for you rugby folks out there. Two big forward packs, as you can see. Looks like a lot of weight. Should be an awesome contest on the scrum today. McQuaid will look to get off to a flying start on defense here. It's their first real opportunity to attack and defense. Syracuse has put the ball in. That's worked its way to the back of the scrum down. The ball comes out from the 9. Working its way to the hands. Right out to the outside center. Makes a big break. He's through the line. And McQuaid is unable to make it. Syracuse was knocked down right into the post in the middle there. Again to the 13 to lead block. Big athletic young man is able to punch one down for the Silverbacks.
Yeah, good start there for Syracuse. So let's get a chance to take another look at that last play for the Silverbacks. So they are on the board first here at McQuaid High School.
Absolutely. McQuaid will want that one back. It's an unfortunate circumstance outside the back lane there. A little bit of a hole. Just a lot was able to find some space and get through. We have the extras here. And it looks like he puts it through to make it a 7-point match. Syracuse will receive possession here off the kickoff. For anybody new to rugby, that is a unique rule to the sport. Make it take it, if you will. McQuaid will look to get on the front foot here with a big chase, a big hit, and try to get that ball back in possession. Connor Phipps, number 10, is set for the kickoff. Ball's away, good deep kick right towards the center winger. Ball back, and that's what the play. First opportunity for the Knights to try out their lineouts. Hooker number 2, Aldrin Wilson, will be looking to get a nice clean ball in there to one of his jumpers, secure that possession, and get things rolling. And that ball comes in, caught by lock Andrew Kennard, and McQuaid is right into the maul. Drives some hard meters there right off the bat. They're advancing. It's a really great ball. It's bound and tight, low body position. Looks like they're starting to stall out a little bit there. Syracuse playing some stout defense. Ball is still in the wall. It's gone to ground and set as a ruck. And Syracuse really countering very hard at the breakdown, but the ball's come off of Justin Como, the scrum half, to number 10. Connor Phipps plays an excellent ball, short ball to Roy Fullman, who has another hard hit inside of the line. The ball's going to be recycled again. The McQuaid forwards will have to want to go. It's number 8, Tim Fournier, with another big, strong carry. Another nice, clean recycle. And the McQuaid backs are going to look to try and get it through the hands to find some space here. Syracuse again playing some stout defense. And it looks like Syracuse has turned over the ball. That's number 13, Mr. Block, able to get the possession out of that ruck. And Syracuse will look to play out of their half here. And McQuaid has turned it over once more. Another turnover in the breakdown. And that's a penalty to Syracuse. Tackle player is not releasing the ball. Syracuse will maintain possession, will win the possession back. We'll look to see what they do here. It certainly looks like it's going to be an exciting one. Changes of possession all over the place. And that's Mr. Block. He looks to touch, unable to get the ball out of bounds, so McQuaid will get the possession back. That's a great carry by our wing. Jaden Markida takes it up the left side. Ball comes out to number 8, Timmy Fournier. Big, strong carry. Oh, and unfortunately, Fournier has knocked the ball on, but that's a turnover. Syracuse has a playable advantage. They pick up the ball and they storm forward. That's number 1, Sire Jones. He's a big man. Another quick ball off the break down to the Syracuse backs. And, oh, unfortunately, what's the call here? Not releasing the tackled player once more. So McQuaid is another infringement at the breakdown. Syracuse will get the possession, and once more we'll look to see what they decide to do. Mr. Block will want that kickback, but it looks like he has another opportunity here. And sure enough, he's able to put that ball in a touch, so Syracuse will get the line out at the mark. Looks like they're about 30 yards out, 30 meters out. And the Syracuse forwards will look to get started with their lineout today. Ball will be thrown in by number 2, George Murphy Wilkins. That ball comes in. That's a great throw, great take by number 6. And Syracuse has kicked the ball away, and that is kicked straight out the back of the try zone, which was all in the McQuaid possession where the ball was kicked from. Looks like Captain Kevin Reed has elected for a scrum down. So once more, the McQuaid forwards will look to get settled, look to get composed, and see what they can do in the scrum. Number 6 for Syracuse is Stephen Grammer. Again, an excellent take in the lineout. Very clean. Just what you want there out of your forwards. Again, the McQuaid backs are spread out wide, nice and deep. Good deep position here. We'll look to see how they can play out of their own end zone here. And that ball is put into the scrum by number 9, Justin Como, and it's come directly back out. Unfortunate circumstance, so we'll do it again, folks. And Como looks to put the ball in the scrum run again. There's the set. Ball's worked its way back, and it looks like it's going to be a big carry from number 8, Timmy Fournier. He's able to find some space, work his way down that sideline, and it's a beautiful offload to Nick Heiler, number 11, who's able to break. Great tackle from Syracuse. They're able to bring him down, but that's major meters there by the Knights. Ball comes out to Connor Phipps at 10, out to number 12, Roy Fullman, and they're going to work the hands. Looks like Mr. Aldrin Wilson, number 2, with the ball in hands. Big, strong, big carry. Secure that thing. Oh, there he goes. Offload to Ben Dano on the wing there. Syracuse again playing some stout defense, holding the Knights off. And another big hit up from the McQuaid forwards, it looks like. And Aldrin Wilson is able to make a few meters there. Where's the support? And it looks like he's able to get in and dot down for the Knights. Excellent run by Aldrin Wilson, number 2, the hooker. And that's really good, clean, recycled ball by McQuaid.
Great run there. We'll have a chance to take another look at Wilson with this run. And just carrying a number of defenders there.
And McQuaid fly half, number 10, Connor Phipps will look to add the extras here. Not a bad angle. That's Mr. Trevor Patel out there carrying the water and the tea. McQuaid's 7th grader. And Phipps gets set, gets composed. Looks like he's done this a couple times before. And unfortunately, it looks like he's pushed that one wide. He'll want that one back, but sometimes that's the way it goes. Looks like it's a little breezy out there. I'm not sure if the wind might have had any type of effect, but Mr. Phipps will certainly want that one back.
Take one more look at that last possession for the Knights.
It's certainly been an exciting first 10 minutes of this match. Back and forth stuff, possession changing hands. Both teams are really ready to play. And let's see, it looks like the Syracuse forwards are going to line up on the left side of the kicker there. McQuaid adjusts, moves their forwards into the correct position, and the ball's away. It's on the deck there. Picked up by number 1, James Derleth, who's going to take a strong carry right into the line. Syracuse again able to hold him off, bring him to the ground. That ball comes out from number 9. And again, big Timmy Fournier taking a big hit, but a big solid tackle by number 1, Sire Jones. Again, a big man. Connor Phipps, number 10, moves the ball through the hands. It's number 12, Roy Fullman, taking a shot at the line. But once more, Syracuse impenetrable. They can't get through. Phipps has a go himself, and he's brought down the ground. The Knights will look to recycle. Syracuse sets their defensive line. That's a carry from the forwards. That's number 5, Mr. Will Anderson, with a nice tight ball. Looks like the forwards are going to keep possession again. That's number 3, James Schnell. And again, number 1, Sire Jones, a rocking defense. Number 8, Tim Fournier, having another carry. And he's taken down by number 13, Mr. Tyreek Block. And the ball is going to work its way out through the hands of the backs. Zach Tilkins, number 13, to Ben Dano at fullback. Ben finds a little bit of space. He's able to wriggle free. Still has possession of the ball. A little bit of fancy footwork there. And Syracuse has brought him to ground. That's going to reset the ruck. And there comes that ball from number 9, Justin Como. Number 5, Will Anderson, with another strong carry, another hit at the line. Syracuse again playing stout defense. And it looks like McQuaid will look to work the ball wide through the backs. That's number 7, Kevin Reed, with an unfortunate knock-on the wing there. Looked like the Knights might have had some space out wide, but an unfortunate occurrence there. So Syracuse will get the possession at the scrum down. Mr. Lake sets the mark there at about 45 meters out from the tri-zone, and Syracuse will look for an opportunity on offense. And Syracuse number 9, Matthew Rogers, gets ready to put the ball into the scrum. Lake calls them together in the set piece. There comes in, and it's a quick ball back to the number 8. Well possessed by the number 8 there. Noah Marquetta, he's able to do a great job keeping that ball in the scrum. And it's come out quick, and it looks like the Syracuse backs are going to have a go. Able to find some space. A strong tackle by number 12, Roy Fullman, bring him to the ground. And they're looking to turn over that ball, and that's a penalty. We'll look to see what Mr. Lake calls here. Okay. And that's a penalty to the Silverbacks for not rolling away from the tackle, or offsides, excuse me. Number 9, Rogers, takes the tap, gets it to one of his forwards there with a big, strong hit up there, able to make some meters. And Rogers will look to dig that ball out of the scrum and again feed his forwards there. Number 2, George Murphy Wilkins with another big, strong carry. McQuaid playing some stout defense. Syracuse will look to recycle the ball, and it's possibly a turnover. And number 9 from Syracuse is able to dig that ball out. Rogers getting the job done today. And he's able to do so again. The nice pass to number 8, Noah Marquetta, who takes a big, strong hit up. But again, McQuaid's defense is holding strong. Some real heavy breakdown work going on in the ruck there. Number 3, James Snell, is able to get the job done and passes to number 6, Matthew Krenzer. Looks like McQuaid has an advantage. So let's see what the penalty is here. No penalty. That's going to be a scrum down. Looks like the big fellas came to play today.
They did indeed.
A lot of work going on the forwards there. Both ends. Big hits, strong defense, big carries. Just what any forwards coach would love to see. And the scrum down is to McQuaid here. Number 9, Justin Cuomo, looks to put the ball in. Lake calls them together, and that ball is in. Works back to the number 8, Tim Fournier, who again is going to have a go. He's able to make a couple moves, and he's brought to the ground in a great tackle by number 10, Calvin Huynh. And Como digs the ball out at 9, passes to Phipps at 10. It looks like McQuaid's backs are going to once more look to get the ball wide. That's a good set of quick hands, and Ben Dano's got some space. He's got some wheels too, folks. Look at him go. That's a clean break. Oh, where's the support? It's a great tackle by Syracuse. And it looks like he might have been dragged into touch. What an excellent tackle by the Syracuse defender. A real threat there. Syracuse will have the ball on the line out. Can't quite see the number on the back of that young man's jersey, but it looks like 11. Declan Connery with an excellent covering tackle and defense. And number 2, George Murphy Wilkins will get the ball in. Great line-out work by the Silverbacks. They're able to get that ball back, get that possession. And number 10, Calvin Huyn's going to have a run at the line. McQuaid playing strong defense, and Syracuse able to recycle. And that's a big, strong tackle by number 3, James Schnell. Syracuse will look to have a nudge with the forwards. And there's number 1, Sire Jones, again with a big hit up at the line. But again, McQuaid's defense holding strong. And there's a penalty there. Not rolling away in the breakdown. Syracuse will have the possession. We'll see what they look to do with the ball. Looks like Tyreek Block, number 13, will look to kick to touch again. And that's a big, strong kick. Able to make a lot of headway there. Syracuse will certainly like that one in the possession that they've maintained there. End-to-end stuff about halfway through this first half. But 17 minutes on the clock. Really, really even stuff. It's a great match.
A lot of fun so far, right?
Absolutely. Both teams came to play, no doubt about it. And once more, Murphy Wilkins will look to get us set in the line out here and get us started. It's a good strong throw to number 6, Steven Grammer, who is able to hold the possession. And number 10 here has a run win. Throws a dummy, a nice offload, and that's a strong tackle from number 7, Kevin Reed. Looks like McQuaid's contesting that breakdown, and the ball is out. Not quite. Syracuse forwards having to get a lot of hard work done there. Rogers has a run. He's going to look to recycle once more, and there goes his forwards again. Number 8, Noah Marquetta making meters. Big, strong carry. And Syracuse will look to settle things down a little bit. And there's number 6, Grammer, having a run at the line. Big tackle by number 3, James Schnell. And Sire Jones once more, number 1, a big man. Look at the leg drive. Syracuse doing an excellent job of maintaining possession in that breakdown. There's number 3, Alex Allen, with a strong run. Looks like the Syracuse backs are going to look to have a go. And that's kicked away by number 10, Wynn. And the Knights will recover. It's sloppy, but it's cleaned up by Ben Dano there at fullback. Great tackle by number 10, Wynn, and the Knights are under pressure here. Looks like Syracuse has turned the ball over. Number 13, Tariq Block, again with a big, strong run. Shrugs the defender. And McQuaid will look to put him into touch, and they're able to do so, win the possession back at the line out. Oh, a penalty to Syracuse, a high tackle. And number 9, Matthew Rogers, quick awareness, gets to the mark, takes the tap, and is able to punch that one in for another score for the Syracuse City Silverbacks.
Quick awareness you mentioned, and we'll take a look at heads-up play here by Syracuse.
Yeah, so another nuance of the game of rugby, anytime there's a penalty, the team that does win the possession, they're able to quick tap, quote unquote, and they have to tap the ball at the mark, and they're immediately able to start to play a game again. As you can see, another excellent heads-up play by Rogers that gets Syracuse points. Block will look to add the extras here for the kick. And he'll want that one back. That's unfortunate. But Syracuse will once more get the possession back off the kickoff. And Phipps will look to get us started here again. McQuaid forwards coming up to the line, ready for a big chase, big tackle. And Phipps gets us started with a nice high kickoff, and that one looks like it's heading towards the touchline. Oh, that's unfortunate. He'll want that one back. The kickoff heads straight into touch, giving Syracuse the option. They either can pick a scrum at the center of the field there at the 50-meter line, or they can have a re-kick. It looks like they've elected to take the scrum down. Match official Matt Lake gets the mark set there, brings the forwards together, get the scrum started. And he doesn't quite like something there. He's going to bring him up, have him reset. Player safety and welfare being one of the primary concerns of the match official. He wants to make sure everything is just as it should be to ensure there are no injuries. Communicates with the front rows, and it looks like we're ready to go. And Rogers gets us started again with the put. And it's getting a little sloppy there at the back of the scrum. Looks like an unfortunate knock on, so the ball will be turned over back to McQuaid. But don't go anywhere, there's another scrum down. McQuaid back set to the right side of the scrum, looking to find some space. Syracuse will match accordingly. And Cuomo gets us started with the puts, and McQuaid has maintained its own ball. Tim Fournier again with a big, strong carry. Number 8, big mobile number 8 with a big, good leg drive, able to make about 10 yards there. McQuaid will look to maintain the possession, and that ball comes out very quickly from Cuomo, who's again working the ball to the hands. McQuaid back's looking to have a go. That's a great tackle out there by number 13, Block. McQuaid able to recycle quickly and keep that ball moving forward. And looks like the forwards will have another run. Tim Fournier again with the big, strong carry. He's a big man. Syracuse able to make a strong tackle and set the defensive line, and that ball will once again look to work its way through the hands of the backs. And Aldrin Wilson, number 2, the try scorer for the Knights, with an offload to Kevin Reed, number 7. Some quick passing there, able to get the Knights on the front foot, and they're making meters. They'll look to reset and compose. Looks like the forwards will have another go. And sure enough, there's number 5, Will Anderson, with a strong carry in support. James Schnell, he's able to get in and dot down for the try. That's excellent work by the McQuaid forwards working down the sideline there. And we have a game on our hands.
Very nicely done. Take a little look at that last run for McQuaid.
Not often that you see a big number 3 dotting down in the corner, but a try is a try nonetheless, and McQuaid will certainly take that in stride and look forward to putting some more points on the board. Counter Phipps here to add the extras. It's a tough angle. Another nuance to the game of rugby, wherever the try is scored in the try zone, the kick is taken directly back from that location. So as you can see, Phipps has his work cut out for him.
That's definitely a tough angle from here.
And he'll look to compose himself here. Once more, he's got his little routine. And that's an excellent kick, but it looks like it drifts just to the left. Unfortunate. But McQuaid will look to take the possession here off the kickoff.
Now, Nick, you played rugby here at McQuaid Jesuit, correct?
I did indeed, yes. It seems so long ago now. 2004 to 2007. That's where it all started for me in rugby, and it certainly has been good to me. It's taken me all over the country, friends who I now call family all over the world. Rugby is indeed a unique sport, and it's outstanding. I can't encourage enough people to really get into the game, to participate, whatever capacity they might. It's good stuff.
Seems like a really close-knit community.
It absolutely is.
In the game of rugby.
And the Knights look to get things going into possession again. That was number 7, Kevin Reed, recovering the ball at the kickoff. Number 12, Roy Fullman, making some meters there, a big, strong carry. And number 8, Tim Fournier, again has a go at the line. And again, Syracuse just playing some really strong defense. And that's Phipps working the ball out to the back line. That's Aldrin Wilson, number 2. Looks to switch things up on the other side of the field. And he's got space, carrying the ball in one hand like it's a loaf of bread.
Look at him go.
Look at him go. And an outstanding tackle from Syracuse, but a great offload. Oh, an unfortunate knock on there by McQuaid, number 1, James Derleth. A great barnstorming run by Aldrin Wilson. He's really able to make some yards, but unfortunate stuff. Not quite ready for the offload, and McQuaid will turn it over for the Syracuse scrum. Another outstanding covering tackle by the Syracuse. I believe it was the fullback there. And Syracuse will look to get out of their end now. And that ball goes into the scrum, and it's at the back at the feet of number 8, Noah Marquetta. That ball comes out from 9 Rogers, and Tariq blocked with a big kick to the far wing. That ball bounces inbounds and is out into touch. So McQuaid will take the possession at the area where the ball went out of bounds with the line out. Looks like things are getting a little breezy down there. As you can see, the touchdown flag is fluttering in the wind. This will make things a little interesting for the line-out thrower. We'll see how he can adjust. And McQuaid looks to get set for the possession here. Syracuse looks like it's going to challenge, get a couple jumpers in the air. That's number 2, Al Wilson, again with that big barnstorming run, putting the ball in for the line-out. And that's a tricky little play there to Tim Fournier at the front. McQuaid's able to recycle quickly and get the ball to Phipps at 10, who moves it wide to the backs. That's Roy Fullman, 12, and out to the hands of Zach Tilkins. And great hands by, again, fullback Ben Dano is able to clean that one up, and he's tackled strongly there. Syracuse really showing up in defense today. And the McQuaid forwards will look to have a go. That's number 1, James Derleth, making a strong carry. And a penalty infraction. Offsides. McQuaid will get the possession there, and Phipps will look to put this one out into touch and gain some area for the line out. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to get that one into touch, but it is knocked on there by the Syracuse winger, and it's recovered by Matthew Krenzer, and a great heads-up play chasing that one down. McQuaid will look to maintain this possession and get moving forward again. There's Schnell once more having a hard, strong run at the line, but Syracuse, again, strong in defense. Number 1, Sire Jones with a big tackle. He's just getting it done today, working in the breakdown. McQuaid will look to recycle the ball, and that's number 8, Tim Fournier, having a go. Big strong carry, and Tim Fournier is in for the try. Good hard work there by the forward pack. What a heads-up play by Matthew Krenzer to chase that ball down and get the possession back. And it looks like there might be an injury. I take that back. He's back up on his feet here. And Tim Fournier able to add 5 points for the Knights.
Nice job by Fournier. We take a look at that last touch. And McQuaid back out in front.
And that's really a critical time to be able to take that advantage in the lead there. About 4 minutes left in the half. We'll see what Syracuse can do and how they can respond as the clock whittles down. Phipps once more will look to add the extras. A little bit of a better angle this time. He's able to get a little bit closer. And Phipps with a strong kick, but unfortunately wide once more. He's unable to get those 2 points, so the score will remain at 15-12. But McQuaid will get the ball back in possession here off the kickoff. Both sets of forwards really getting the job done today, the McQuaid forwards and the Syracuse forwards, working hard in the breakdown, working hard in defense. And Block will look to get us started once more here, approaching the line. And that's a deep kick there to Will Anderson, number 5, who takes the ball on a great catch and a big carry right away off the bat. Able to make some ground there. The McQuaid forwards are there in support, rucked by Aldrin Wilson. And Justin Coleman will pass the ball to James Derleth, who takes a run down the sideline, and he's in space. And he's off on his horse there, folks, and he's looking inside for support. He might not need it. And sure enough, James Derleth, number 1, into the try zone for an excellent try off the kickoff. Not often you see a big number 1 with a set of feet like that, but he saw his space and he took it.
The big man can move. Get a chance to take a look at that one. He is just out racing everybody.
Shrugs off a few tacklers.
Yeah. Nicely done.
On his horse, on his way to the try zone. Once more, though, a very tough kick for number 10, Connor Phipps here, coming right from the touchline. And the Knights will really be enjoying that one with about 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in this half, gathering some of that momentum up and really, really putting the screws to Syracuse here. Looks like Phipps is going to hit this one from deep to open that angle up a little bit. About 30 meters out. You figure you had about 10 extra for the post, so it's about a 40-meter kick, a very long kick, but we'll look to see what he can do here. And that's well struck. It looks like it's on its way, and just shy of the posts. Wonderful, accurate kick, but just not quite enough juice. Once more, that's a long range. That's a long-range effort there.
Yeah, right on line, just a little bit short. I'd say the wind might have had a little bit of factor in that one.
It's certainly getting a little blustery down there, no doubt about it. We'll see how Syracuse can respond. Mr. Block will get us started here once more with the kickoff. As he looks to rally his troops.
I want to remind everybody watching today that shortly after today's game, the full game will be archived, so you can go back and watch it at any time. So let your family and friends know to go back and watch this game.
And Block gets us started off, and that's picked up by number 12, Roy Fullman, was a strong carry. And that ball's out to number 3, James Schnell, who takes a big, strong line. But again, Syracuse forwards up to the task, able to get a big, strong tackle. And that's number 2, Aldrin Wilson, once more with a big carry. And it's offloaded to Matthew Krenzer, number 6, who finds some space. He's able to make some meters there. Good Brook. And it looks like there's a penalty advantage to McQuaid. We'll look to see what McQuaid is able to do with that ball. Big Tim Fournier with another strong carry. And it's into Schnell, who's off in space there, number 3. Good pass to Connor Phipps. And that's Will Anderson, number 5, making some yardage out on the wing there. Number 7, Kevin Reed in support. Great offload. Syracuse really playing some stout defense, making a strong tackle, and that ball is still advanced by the Knights. Syracuse will look to get composed here at the goal line. That's number 13, Zach Tilkins having a run, and once more the Syracuse forwards are up to the task. Strong tackle, and they force the knock-on to bring the half to the close.
A frantic finish there to the end of the half.
It was indeed, but Syracuse was able to outlast the onslaught, and they'll bring it into the shed to break it down and discuss.
All right, again, I want to thank everybody for joining us for today's game between McQuaid and Syracuse. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Now is the time to sign up with Varsity Media for this year's lacrosse season. We offer competitive filming rates for full season coverage of your team. Varsity Media also offers action photography during the lacrosse season as well. To learn more about our services, visit varsitymedia.net or give us a call today.
Sports fans, why settle for watching games after they've been played? Varsity Media brings the action to you live. Contact us today to learn more about streaming your events live. 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net. We highlight your life.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tom Seymour Field here at McQuaid Jesuit High School, where the Syracuse City Silverbacks are taking on your McQuaid Jesuit Knights. About to get underway here for our second half. McQuaid really able to get some momentum going there towards the end of the first with a couple of tries with time expiring. And we'll look to get the game going here once more. Looks like there might be some changes out there. Number 20, Jack Rumble in for the Knights at the front row.
It's been exciting so far. A lot of action.
It has. Back and forth stuff, no doubt about it. Gotta love it when you see the open field running. It really just opens up the game. Rugby, kind of an interesting amalgam of a bunch of different sports. The contact of football, the space of soccer, the passing of maybe basketball per se. It's really, really quite something when it all comes together.
Yeah, it's really true. That's an excellent way to put it. When you try to explain it to somebody, what it compares. It's a lot of different sports all in one. A lot of athleticism.
Absolutely. And 70 minutes of a match to boot.
And conditioning,
these
you're
guys
right.
have a gas tank, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And number 10, Phipps will look to get us started here. That's the whistle from Mr. Matt Lake. A nice deep kick. And that's taken by Syracuse number 8, Noah Marquetta, who has a strong run at the line. But a big tackle by Tim Fournier, able to stop him there. The Knights will look to get set in defense. And Syracuse will look to recycle that ball. And unfortunately, not rolling away in the tackle. And number 13, Tyreek Block will look to kick this down the field and get into touch to get some space there for Syracuse. And that's a great kick. He's able to gain about 30, 40 meters there, really helping out his team.
Yeah, that was a really nice kick. Nicely positioned.
And the Syracuse forwards will look to really take advantage of this line out, maintain that possession, and hopefully get something opened up here. And Lake sets the mark there. The two teams have come together. Syracuse will look to get that ball in play. And Murphy Wilkins throws it in. That's a win from McQuaid, a defensive win. Andrew Kennard, unfortunately, that's a knock-on. Thought that they might have won the possession there, but that ball traveled forward, and Syracuse will maintain possession in the scrum down. McQuaid will really look to challenge this scrum and try to win the ball against the head, as we say in rugby. Number 9, Rogers there in possession. Will look to get things started. Lake calls the two teams together. And that ball's in and quickly back to the feet of the number 8. Ball comes out to number 10, Huynh, and a dummy there. Nice quick pass out to 13, Tariq Block, who's got space and a step, and he's off on his horse. Great tackle from McQuaid, able to bring him down. Number 13, Zach Tilkins in the tackle, and Syracuse will look to recycle the ball here. Strong counter-rucking from McQuaid. That's Tim Fournier really getting things mixed up in there. And that's number 6, Stephen Grammer with the take, able to make a couple meters and maintain that possession. And that ball comes off from the 9 to number 5, Owen Dimitros, who has another strong line. McQuaid's defense holding stout. And things are getting a little sloppy there for Syracuse, but they're able to recover the ball and maintain possession. McQuaid's frenetic defense mixing things up a little bit. And that's number 1, Sire Jones with a big carry, a big man. He's able to recycle that ball back, and Syracuse can hold on to things here. And the ball's getting a little sloppy there. It's out of the base of the ruck, but Syracuse able to clean things up. And recycle the ball once more. Good strong possession here for Syracuse, maintaining the ball, making meters, and number 8, Noah Marquetta with a big strong carry right up the middle. And once more, things have gotten a little bit sloppy there. Potentially some poor communication for Syracuse, but they're able to come back for a penalty advantage. And once more, the quick tap there by Rogers, trying to get things started and get Syracuse on the front foot. And I look to do some work in the forwards here. And it's a pick and go, and McQuaid's defense able to bring the Syracuse player to ground. And Lake doesn't like something he saw here. Not back 10 meters. Not back 10 meters. So Syracuse will once more have possession on the penalty. And we will see what Rogers decides to do. He taps and goes, and sure enough, the Syracuse forwards are going to have a strong hit up at the line. That's number 3, Alex Allen. McQuaid forwards holding stout, and Sire Jones with the ball in hand, looking for a big strong carry, and he's able to get over the try line and score in the corner. McQuaid caught on the back foot there. Frenetic attack from Syracuse. Big strong play from the forwards results in 5.
I think his parents might be in the crowd tonight.
It certainly sounds that way.
We take another look at the big fella getting it in.
Syracuse certainly had a great discussion at halftime, well coached. Once more, Peter Clark, Dave Bunyan able to get the boys together, and they're able to get on the board first here in the second half.
It's a good start. Good start for them being down.
Block takes his time, has a little sip of water there, gets himself composed. Once more, this is a difficult kick here from the sideline. And unfortunately, that is not going to go through the post. So, scoreboard is at 20-7 to your McQuaid Knights. But Syracuse will look to get the possession back here off the kickoff and get things moving in the right direction once more.
I thank everybody once again for joining us on our inaugural live stream broadcast of high school rugby. Appreciate you spending some time on your Sunday afternoon to watch. And remember, you can always watch immediately after the game. Watch a replay, so let everybody know.
And Phipps gets things started for us once more with a nice deep kick. Syracuse able to maintain possession and some sort of penalty off their feet in the breakdown. The Knights And Syracuse will get the penalty possession once more. We'll look to see what they do with it here. .13 block looks to be stepping up to the mark to once more punch it down the sideline there and gain some serious territory. And he does so. Gains about 20 meters there off the kick. Looks like he wants that one back, but just the same, Syracuse maintains possession and makes some meters. McQuaid will look to get composed there. Murphy Wilkins will look to get things started with the line-out throw. We'll see what Syracuse can do here. Stephen Grammer's been having a heck of a game on the line-out, winning possessions. Really doing an outstanding job as a jumper. And it looks like once more he's the go-to guy. And Syracuse maintains possession and gets the ball out. And Wynn with a nudge there. A great kick into space. McQuaid's winger there, Jaden Marqueta, with a great pickup and an offload to Bendano, who once more finds a little bit of space on the sideline. And he's got a clean pair of heels. It looks like he's away.
Look at the speed.
Sure enough, Bendano dots down for the Knights. Excellent breakaway try. Just what McQuaid needed after that.
Oh, that was impressive. A good breakaway speed. No one's catching him.
Yeah, absolutely. Speed is an understatement. Looks like the wind was out there blowing or something. Oh, my goodness. Really, what was a solid tactical kick there by number 10, Calvin Wynn. Unfortunately, that ball bounced just the way for the Knights they needed it, and a quick offload from Jaden Marqueta there to Bendano for once more a clean pair of heels into the try zone. Phipps will look to add the extras there from a little bit of a better angle, still pretty close to the touchline, but we'll see what he can do. And unfortunately, that one's going to drift wide to the right side. Phipps will want that one back. But just the same, McQuaid is on the roll here, 25-17.
And playing well today. We were talking before the game. There's a lot of new faces on this McQuaid team, isn't there?
There are, absolutely. Last year, I believe 11 seniors graduated from the program. So
wow.
A lot of new faces, a reload year, if you will. But that said, the team did an excellent job in preparation so far to this point in the season. And as you can see, they're gelling very well, and things are coming together quite nicely for the Knights today.
Yeah, seem to be coming together at a perfect time.
Absolutely. And we'll look to see what they can do with the ball. Block will get us started here once more. Giving his boys a little bit of a rest, taking his time getting up to the line. And it looks like we're ready to go. And sure enough, nice deep kick from Block. That ball bounces a few times, but it's picked up there by winger Jaden Marqueta, who takes a straight line right up into the line. Great tackle there from number 9 from Syracuse. Great offload from Marqueta once more to Roy Fullman, who has a strong carry, and McQuaid is able to recycle the ball. There's Tim Fournier having a go at the line. Syracuse again playing some really strong defense. Very impressed by the way that the Silverbacks have been able to hold that defensive line today. There's Aldrin Wilson, number 2. Having a go, making a little bit of space there. He's a big man. And sure enough, he finds a little bit more space. And great offload off the ground to number 5, Will Anderson, who keeps the ball moving in the right direction for the Knights. Justin Cuomo will look to recycle, and looks like the Syracuse 10 there. Kelvin Wynn is quite the handful for number 9, Justin Cuomo. But the Knights are able to retain possession and recycle the ball. And that ball comes out to Andrew Kennard, number 4, who takes a hit at the line. Great support by the forwards. Able to recycle that ball, and once more it's available for Cuomo to get it out to 10 Phipps. Out to Roy Fullman there. Zach Tilkins at 13. He'll look to have a go. Great tackle by number 13, Block. And unfortunately, it looks like there might be an injury here. So time off for Mr. Matthew Lake. We'll take some time to take a look at what's going on.
While we have a minute, we'll take this time to take a quick 1-minute break, and we'll be right back here to McQuaid High School. You're watching high school boys rugby on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Sports fans, why settle for watching games after they've been played? Varsity Media brings the action to you live. Contact us today to learn more about streaming your events live. 516-403-2050 or visit us online at varsitymedia.net. We highlight your life.
And we're back after that short break. Looks like an unfortunate injury here for McQuaid. Number 13, Zach Tilkins, needing some help to get off the field. Looks like that ankle might have sustained an injury here. Trainer Kyle Connor will take a look and assess at the damage. But that said, it looks like McQuaid has made a couple of adjustments. Number 19, Vincenzo Capizzuto into the match. And McQuaid possession here in the scrum down. Justin Cuomo will look to get us started with the puts. Mike calls the teams together. And it looks like Syracuse has turned that ball over against the head. It's still in the scrum down. Syracuse able to get that possession. And unfortunately, a little bit too much of a drive there. So Lake will reset the scrum once more. That is a unique rule to high school rugby. The scrum can only drive 1 meter. If it goes past that point, the referee will reset the scrum down and we'll try again. McQuaid backs look poised for a good strike run here. We'll see what they can offer. And Cuomo gets the ball in. And again, Syracuse making things rather difficult. Big, strong push in the forwards. It looks like they might be able to turn that ball over. It's still in the, and sure enough, they have. That ball comes out to 10 Huynh, who's able to move it quickly out to 13 Block. He's making a couple meters. Big, strong tackler from the Knights. It looks like that ball has come out. But Huynh has once more recovered possession, and he looks to make a strong run, but the McQuaid line holding strong. That's a strong counter ruck from Tim Fournier, able to get over the ball, but Syracuse maintains possession. And number 6, Stephen Grammer with the run. And Rogers looks to get the ball out, and we'll see what he can do here. To number 3, Alex Allen, who makes a strong carry, makes a little bit of space. And the forwards will once more have a go at the line for Syracuse. Chipping away at the stone, one might say. McQuaid holding strong, but every meter counts. And that's Sire Jones, big number 1 with a big, strong carry. He's able to make a few meters. But again, McQuaid's defense holds sure in the tackle. Rogers gets the ball out to Huynh, who looks to get a little fancy there. He's able to make a great offload pass in contact to 13 Block, but Block, strong tackle from Aldrin Wilson, able to stick the big man. Syracuse holds possession once more. And Grammer once again having a go at the line. Syracuse really impressing with this phase play, being able to maintain possession, hold on to the ball, and just start working the way down the field. Looks like the forwards will have a go once more. And Syracuse will work to their cycle. Rogers digs the ball out off to Tenwin, who looks to chip and chase. That ball is away and recovered well by number 14, Jaden Marquita, but Quinn there with a strong ruck. McQuaid will look to maintain that possession, and sure enough, there is an instance of a penalty off the feet in the breakdown. Possession will be given to McQuaid, and Connor Phipps will look to make some ground here with a kick into touch. And a strong kick into touch. We might have wanted a little bit more out of that one, but just the same, the Knights will maintain the possession and get the line out. Again, Syracuse coming into this half and really giving the Knights the business. Number 2, Aldrin Wilson to throw into the line out. And that's Andrew Kennard at the very front taking the possession. And the Knights will look to maul once more. Strong platform. We'll see what they can do. Kevin Reed takes the ball, slips off the side, and is able to make a few meters, recycling the ball backward. That's James Derleth, number 1, with a great try earlier on in the first half. He's able to carry for about 5. And Cuomo will get the ball out to Phipps, who again will look to work that back line, moving the ball out. And unfortunately, it looks like it might have come off the foot of Bendano, so play will maintain. That's 13 Block, who's able to recover and go into contact. And Syracuse will hold on to the ball here. That's number 6, Grammer, having a go at the line once more. He's been all over the park today. Strong counter-wrecking by McQuaid, but Rogers able to clean that one up. A great tackle. That was Will Anderson in defense. Grammer once more having a go. And this time he's able to carry a little bit further. Great support from the Syracuse forwards to maintain the possession of the ruck. And we'll see what Wynn can do. Good strong defense from the Knights. Syracuse maintains possession. Grammer will look to go again, and sure enough, he does. And that's a great tackle from number 5, Will Anderson, sticking Grammer right at the side of the breakdown. And Syracuse still in possession of the ball. They're doing an outstanding job of maintaining possession despite the stiff defense from the Knights. Once more, another phase. Rogers will look to get the ball here to Sire Jones, who will have a big hit at the line. And he's got space, and he's got wheels for a big man. Sure enough, there he goes. And what can he do with it? It looks like he's into the try zone for a score. Outstanding break by the big man, number 1, Sire Jones. Not often you see a man of that size able to move that quickly.
It's amazing seeing some of these guys out there, the nimbleness and the agility that they have and the speed. I mean, he's got some good speed for a guy that size.
Absolutely. Athlete is an understatement. He looks a bit winded, but I'll tell you what, it's worth those 5 points.
Absolutely.
And Block will look to add the extras here. Closing that gap, 25-22. McQuaid looks to have made a couple of changes. Looks like Jack Rumble is off for 16, Aiden Koch, who's taking the field. Block will have a go at the goalpost, and it's a great kick, and it looks like it is through. Sure enough, he adds the 2 points to whittle that lead even smaller for the Knights. 25-22. What a game, folks. What a game.
Taking a look at that kick.
Really outstanding kick from a difficult angle, punching it through the wind.
Plenty of distance, too.
Absolutely. Impressive stuff. Phipps will look to compose his boys there. McQuaid a little shell-shocked here in the second half. And the ball will be restarted here into play. It's a nice high kick from Phipps, just what you want as a forward. It's something you can chase there. And, oh, well done. Great set of hands. I believe that was Rogers recovering the ball from Syracuse. Critical. And Koch is in the breakdown with an excellent poach. And right off the bat, he's into the match and immediately making an impact.
He's still going.
He is still going. And the Knights are able to recycle the ball. Cuomo will look to get this one wide. It looks like there might be some space there. Connor Phipps will have a go. But the Syracuse defense strong. And that ball is out. And it looks like it's getting a little sloppy down there. Unfortunately, not releasing the ball carrier, not releasing the ball in the tackle. That results in a turnover to Syracuse. They will have the possession. Block is thinking about putting this one into touch to gain some space. And it looks like we might be going with the big fellas here. A little bit too far to get to the sideline. Block unselfishly gives the ball to Rogers. And sure enough, the big fella's going to have another run at it. And that's Alex Allen with a strong carry, making about 10 meters or so. Wynn will look to get the team composed. And that's a turnover for the Knights. A great poach in the ruck. Phipps ends up with the ball in hand. Matthew Krenzer, number 6, having a strong carry. Getting the Knights on the front foot. And Al Wilson once more having a go at the line. And it looks like he's in for a try. A couple of quick changes of possession there results in 5 points for the Knights.
Great job there, taking advantage of the turnover and the quick score.
Absolutely. End-to-end stuff, back and forth.
This is a really exciting game. Back and forth. Hasn't been too big of a lead change or lead on either side. This is it's fun stuff.
It is. And that gets us to about halfway through the second half here. About 15 minutes left on the clock. Don't blink. And replacement wing Vincenzo Capizzuto will look to take the kick here. We'll see what he has. A soccer player for the McQuaid Jesuit soccer team this past fall, senior. Capizzuto will look to knock this one through. And sure enough, a great strong kick puts it right through. 2 more points to McQuaid.
Looked every bit the soccer player on that kick.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Again, kind of seeing some of the value in the crossover athletes. I encourage anybody who has not played rugby but has played something else to give it a try. You might be very impressed at what it can do for you, how it feels, and it's certainly enjoyable.
Yeah, everybody that plays that you talk to has nothing but good things to say and how fun it is. And you really do see the mix of different athletes. Obviously, football is an easy connection to see. Got a lot of McQuaid football players out there and soccer players. So kids from all different sports. Hockey, I'm sure.
Absolutely. That is one of the beautiful nuances about rugby. It doesn't matter how big you are, how fast you are. If you are interested in playing, there is a space for you on the field somewhere. Block will look to get it started once more with a kick. That kick goes about 20 meters, and it's picked up by Andrew Kennard for the Knights, who has a strong carry at the line, straight forward. Cuomo with a ball off the side of the ruck to Derleth, who is unfortunately into touch. He's just a little bit too tight on that weak side, and the Knights have turned over the possession to the Silverbacks. And Murphy Wilkins will look to get us started once more with this line-out throw. Wouldn't be surprised to see that ball go to number 6, Stephen Grammer, who's been an absolute ace in the air for the Silverbacks. McQuaid will look to challenge. Number 4, Andrew Kennard, able to get up, but sure enough, Grammer with a solid pair of hands is able to maintain that ball for his team. And the ball is now on the backs with Syracuse. Things are getting a little sloppy, but they're able to clean up and maintain possession. And it looks like a reload, and number 6, Grammer, taking the ball at the line. Good strong defense from the Knights, but the Silverbacks are able to make a few extra meters with a good strong push from the forwards. And that's an excellent counter-ruck from McQuaid. Sure enough, that ball is turned over. That's Will Anderson, number 5. McQuaid will maintain the possession, and Cuomo will look to get the ball out. Andrew Kennard on the carry, but a sure tackle from Block. And that ball is out once more. That's Tim Fournier, number 8, looking for really he has a little go at the line. Finds a little bit of space, but Syracuse able to bring him to ground. Strongly contested possession in that breakdown. That's number 16, Koch, with the carry. He's able to make a few meters there, and Cuomo will look to recycle. Phipps with a little kick over the top. Looks like some strong chase coming on. Ben Dano there, number 23, chasing hard. And the Syracuse fullback, can't quite see a number on the back of that young man's jersey, but he has carried the ball into the try zone, dotting it down and giving the possession back to McQuaid with a 5-meter scrum. Here's another really excellent opportunity for the Knights to bag another try. I'd be curious to see what the call is. Wouldn't be surprised to see number 8, Tim Fournier, with the 8-man pickup and go. And Lake brings the two teams together, setting the mark. Cuomo will get us started off here with the put. And sure enough, that ball comes into the scrum. And it looks like it's won against the head by Syracuse. Excellent job in the scrum with a wonderful defensive turnover. That's Wynn making some space. He's able to get the ball out to the wing. And that's a knock on a real strong tackle from number 12, Roy Foreman, results in a knock forward. And that's winger Nick Heiler with the pickup carrying forward. And unfortunately, things just got a little bit sloppy there. It looks like Lake will bring it back for the first knock-on taking place, and the ball will. Let's see what he's doing here. Looks like there might be a potential knock, a slight injury. And sure enough, it's a scrum down to McQuaid. So again, excellent field, excellent position. We'll see what the Knights can do. Obviously, that last scrum down didn't quite result in what they were hoping for. Syracuse really, really bringing the heat in the set piece today. Sire Jones and Alex Allen both rocks in that front row. Hard to move big men like that. But McQuaid will look to do well here with the scrum down. Lake calls the teams together, and that ball is in from Justin Cuomo, and it comes out the side, but quick heads-up play results in a strong carry from Tim Fournier with a great offload to Kevin Reed. Able to make a little bit of space there. Cuomo gets the ball out to 10 Phipps, who moves it to 12 Foreman. Foreman takes a hard inside line, is able to make some space, but a great tackle there from Rogers. McQuaid still in possession of the ball. Looks like the forwards are going to have a nudge, and sure enough, Tim Fournier with a big push, a strong reach, a strong carry, and that's another try for the Knights.
Just got in. Nicely done.
Forward pressure is always tough to deal with, especially in your own end zone there, your own area of the field, but the Knights are able to capitalize on a couple of slight mistakes. I believe that's 2 on the day for Tim Fournier.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
And Capizzuto will once more look to put this through the uprights. Seems to be rather confident. And sure enough, knocks it through for 2 more. Excellent kick. That opens the gap up just a little bit there. But Syracuse will look to counter and come back just as hard here. About 8 minutes left on the game clock. Things are winding down. And Syracuse will look to get things started once more. Block is up and sets the line. Looks like he's going to be kicking left to his forwards there. A big deep kick that bounces in. It looks like it's going to be picked up by number 7, Kevin Reed. And he carries strongly with a big bump, but oh boy, Rogers with a phenomenal tackle on the big man. Aiden Koch once more with a strong carry. He's low. Look at that body position. He's through the line, and he's away. Another excellent tackle by Rogers. He's all over the field in defense, folks. Outstanding stuff from the Syracuse 9. McQuaid maintains possession, and it looks like there's a penalty off the feet in the breakdown. Syracuse, unfortunately, losing its balance, and McQuaid will hold on to the ball. Quick tap from Phipps. A heads-up play there once more. And Tim Fournier looks to go. Great offload to Matthew Krenzer on the outside, the number 6 who looks back inside. There's nobody there for support. And it looks like a knock-on will result in a turnover to the Silverbacks, who have the advantage. We'll see what happens here. And sure enough, Lake will blow that whistle. Scrum down to the Silverbacks. No playable advantage. They will maintain the possession.
Well, the season's a little more than halfway through, right, for the Knights. They have a couple more matches coming up, and they play on Thursday, May 9th.
Correct, against the Rochester Barbarians, with the final match of the season the following Wednesday against Corning, which will be quite a task. Corning is a very strong team. It's, in fact, the Knights' senior night, so they will be looking to put up quite a performance for their home fans here. The one last go for the McQuaid seniors.
Yeah, both right here at McQuaid Jesuit High School.
Absolutely. And it looks like Rogers is going to get us started with the put into the scrum down. And that ball works its way back to the base there. What's he going to do? And he gets it out to Ten Huynh. Oh, they're going to run it out. Block finds some space. And the big man once again through the gap. Great covering tackle by 12, Roy Fullman. But Huynh in support is able to pick that ball up and carry forward. And that's number 11 for Syracuse. Declan Connery able to make a few meters. Huynh again having a go. And that's a strong counter-rucking by the Knights, but an infraction. What did Mr. Lake call? Looks like it might have been an offside, but we haven't seen the call quite yet. And it looks like Block will try to put this one down the sideline to gain some space, and sure enough, he's able to do so. Gets about 20 meters off of that kick. And Syracuse will maintain the possession in the lineout. Looking to get on the front foot here.
Syracuse back in action next Saturday, May 11th, against Canisteo Hornell, and then concluding their regular season at Fairport, so right back here in Rochester.
And that should certainly be a good match. Fairport, a strong team this year, doing really, really well. But I tell you what, this Syracuse team, they have some serious talent, some serious athletes. They've really got the juice this year.
They do. They've been a lot of fun to watch here today.
And number 2, Murphy Wilkins, gets us started. Looks like a knock-on in the line-out, but okay. Lake calls the penalty to the Knights. Unfortunate infraction there. Looks like number 6, Grammer, who's had an outstanding game. He's been all over the park, making tackles, making carries. Really a quality flanker, just what you want out of your number 6. Phipps able to make some good space there. The Knights will maintain the ball and look to have another strong attack here off this line out. About 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the game clock. And so the Syracuse lineout must match up with the McQuaid lineout. Anytime a lineout is taking place, the defensive team must have the same amount of numbers as the offensive team. And sure enough, Al Wilson looks to get us started with the ball into Andrew Kennard. And the Knights will look to maul off of that short 5-man lineout. And they got a good shove. Look at this. And Derleth takes the ball and slips the maul. And there he is in space once more with a big, strong carry. He's still going. Look at the leg drive. The Knights will hold on to that possession. Cuomo able to get that ball out to Phipps, who moves it through the hands to Kevin Reed, number 7, with a great tackle from Ten Huynh. What a tackle on the big man. That ball is going to work its way out to the wing. Looks like Phipps again is on the side there. Vincenzo Capizzuto with the carry. And it looks like he might be into touch. Oh, it's a try for the Knights. Quick hands to move the ball to the sideline results in 5 more points for McQuaid.
I'll get a chance to look at the replay. It was tough to see. A lot of bodies over there to see if he did get in, and it does look. It's still hard to see, but He did, indeed. So 5 more for the Knights.
Now we'll see what Capizzuto has from the sideline. Once more, Phipps handing over the reins to Vincenzo Capizzuto, number 19, to see what he can do with the extra points here. 2 more, if he can put it through. A really tough angle. That's a long kick.
That's a really long kick, yeah.
Looks to be about 30 to 35 meters. Capizzuto on the track, for crying out loud, and a strong, he hoofs it towards those posts, and it's just wide to the left-hand side.
Well, certainly a good effort. That was close.
Again, Capizzuto showing off that soccer experience.
Seen him strong with the left and the right foot.
Absolutely. About a minute left here. Syracuse will look to get things started once more. Certainly not willing to give up to the absolute end. All credit to the Silverbacks for an excellent game today.
I believe the Silverbacks are the only team in Central New York, correct? The only rugby team, I believe.
I believe that is the case. I know that there are a couple of clubs interested in getting programs started. Once more, Canisteo Hornell kind of looking to put something together. But the Silverbacks are certainly the home team when you're talking about Syracuse. And that ball comes out to Tim Fournier, who looks to have a scamper. Quick ball out to Matt Krenzer, who's got a set of wheel. Oh, great ball inside to Tim Fournier. And some quick passing from the Knights results in a big, strong run from Nick Heiler, able to cut the field in a half. Carries about 20 to 25 meters. Excellent play from the Knights. They look to move the ball wide again. Things are getting a little sloppy there. Dana will look to clean it up. Once more, those flashy feet, that speed. But a sure tackle from Rogers. Outstanding stuff from the Syracuse number 9 today. That ball looks to be coming wide to the wing, and sure enough, there's Jaden Marquette, number 14, with a strong inside line. Great tackle from number 6, Stephen Grammer. And Syracuse able to turn that ball over with heads-up play at the breakdown. Outstanding stuff from number 2, Murphy Wilkins. Great carry after the turnover. And the clock has expired, but the match will continue until the next dead ball, and it looks like there is an advantage to Syracuse, potentially a knock-on. And sure enough, the Silverbacks will continue to play. That's a big carry from number 8, Noah Marquetta, who's able to make some strong headway. Syracuse maintaining the possession once more. Rogers looks to get the ball out from the base, and another short pass to Sire Jones, the big man, number 1. Look at him go.
Just carrying people.
Outstanding stuff from the front rower. McQuaid will look to play some stiff defense here as the clock is expired, but Syracuse not willing to give up. And there's a penalty there to Syracuse. Sure enough, Rogers at the mark. Another quick heads-up play with a quick tap. But he's isolated. He's on his own there. Great counter-rucking from Aiden Koch from the Knights. But it didn't look like he was 10 meters back. So Syracuse will once more have another penalty opportunity at the mark there with Mr. Lake. This time they look to be a little bit more calculated, taking their time.
"70 minutes of game action." There's some serious conditioning with these athletes, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Sire Jones with another massive run. It looks like he just started for the day, for crying out loud. Syracuse will look to get the ball back into the hands of the big men, and sure enough, tricky little play pushes it out wide to number 3, Alex Allen, who's able to put one in for the score. And sure enough, the Silverbacks not willing to concede, punch another try in at the expiration of the game clock. Block will look to add 2 more points. What a game.
This has been a lot of fun.
Over 70 points on that scoreboard. That's outstanding. And Block will look to add the extra 2 points and bring this match to a close. We'll see what he can do here. And not quite the finish he had hoped for, but all credit to Syracuse not giving up, punching in that last try. And once more, 73 points on that scoreboard. What a match today.
Well, this was certainly an entertaining match by both sides. Want to tip your cap to both teams for an entertaining game. And, first and foremost, Nick, I want to thank you for helping us out here today and bringing a wealth of rugby knowledge to this broadcast. Really appreciate it.
I don't know if I'd call it a wealth, but something's better than nothing. Right? So,
you did a great job.
It was an absolute pleasure. Thank all credit to Varsity Media for putting this thing on live stream. Outstanding stuff. Exactly what you want to see for the growth of the game here at the high school level. So thank you to you guys as well, and we'll look forward to the next one.
Yeah, and our final live stream of the regular season for any sport is going to be this Tuesday from Pittsford High School. Pittsford Sutherland as Pittsford host Brighton in boys lacrosse as our final live stream of the regular season. So hope you get a chance to tune in that if any lacrosse fans out there. But aside from that, again, I want to thank Nick for his great job today in providing play-by-play action of this exciting match. I want to thank everybody for joining us. You've been watching High School Rugby on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Good night, everyone.